Harry!
Am I missing something?
This certainly isn't Harry and the Hendersons. And welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruben, and this is my review for Hulu's original miniseries, Sasquatch. Let me know in the comments below, do you believe in the Sasquatch or the Bigfoot or any sort of creature like that, like the abominable snowman? Do you think there are creatures we haven't discovered yet? Are you a true believer? Sasquatch follows investigative journalist David Holthouse as he attempts to solve a bizarre 25-year-old triple homicide that was said to be the work of a mythical creatures. There are two stories here. One is about the triple homicide and the other is about the Sasquatch. There are 3 episodes, about 45 minutes apiece, and the story kind of does this as it goes, and it does this. Kind of. I saw the critic reviews, which are giving it quite high reviews. I think it's like 86%. And after watching this, I have to say I'm a little bit concerned because I'm not sure I would give it that high. It shares a brief or a synopsis of a thing that it isn't really about. So really, the majority of this investigation is to do with the triple homicide and less about the Sasquatch, which is what made me upset because really I was really interested in a documentary that would be all about the Sasquatch. Maybe because I thought that would be really entertaining. I thought I would go into this and someone had done like loads of research, gone and spoken to all the people that, you know, believe the sightings, those tapes that we've seen that are always blurry for some reason. Never can get the straight shot of the Sasquatch, you know, the footprints.
A big footprint.
Go into that, then speak to scientists, then actually have a true account, do some recreation, all of that. And then we kind of form an opinion or hear the investigative journalist's opinion at the end. And I would have been satisfied with that. That for me is an interesting story. And there is some of that spotted out through these 3 episodes. But then it goes into a much darker storyline. I'm not saying that isn't interesting. It is very, it's about these fields in this hill area, this mountain area where people don't go, people disappear. And as the investigative journalist keeps investigating, he finds himself more in a kind of dark territory. Places he should definitely not go into without invitation to go there. We see how he's built up a reputation that people trust him, so we get some, not recreations, but blurred out images of interviews. We get that kind of those voice mimics, you know, where they distort the voice that we don't know who it is.
Plenty of people have been killed up there.
A lot of it you don't really know if it's true, so it's all from this perspective. There's no real fact of what these people are saying because it could not be true about what this person is saying because it could be anybody's voice, could be anybody's face, so we don't really know at the end of the day of what we discovered, what the journalist discovered is true. We've just got to take his word and say, yeah, okay, that must be true. I do think it didn't need to be 3 episodes. I think they definitely embellished the runtime. It could have been 2 or just one, like a feature, like an hour and a half. That would have sufficed. That would have been more than enough because there's a lot of going over certain things where one person has said this and they go, you know, you follow the dots like a follow the dot maze where one thing leads you to another and that leads to a dead end and another thing leads you to something more interesting. You follow that to its fruition and you're like, that isn't quite linking up to those moments. And so you are a voyeuristic detective along with this investigation journalist. That is how it's edited together, and I think it's edited quite well together. You know, a lot of it is some animation, which is great, some recreation, some interviews. There isn't a lot of like actual footage because like they weren't there at the time. Nobody's ever really caught anything like that, so it's had to be kind of muddled together, but it has been edited and muddled together well, so it does kind of create a tension that's fun to watch. But I do think it could have been shortened. The story itself, you'll have to decide whether you believe what has happened at the end, whether it's true. I think it is true, the murder side of what the fruition of that is. Again, though, I would have liked more on the Sasquatch. I need to go and find actual entertaining documentaries on that because, yeah, it's a thing that kind of, you think about it, it's an adventure of could there be these mystical creatures. You know, most people believe that don't exist and it's just a figment of everybody's imagination or monsters that we make up. More often than not, I think, which is what the documentary was saying, is that people are the monsters. So we make up these stories, but really the truth is the stories come from somewhere from our imaginations and the things that men and women do to create those monsters that we have in our minds already, and it's that sort of theme. So it's playing on, okay, what is the story behind the Sasquatch story? Is it real or is it fake? Where did it come from? And so it kind of delves into that theme, which I think is fairly interesting. I'm going to give this a C+. Let me know your comments below. Thanks so much for watching this, but most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.